No, you didn't sign. We signed for you.
It's an interesting way to look at it.
It's just, and maybe it's because I felt that way when I was a kid, but
like there's just this agreement. I have to do what you say.
kind of. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't a bad thing, but I mean, there were times, like for instance, when I was a kid, there would be things that I didn't want to do. Every kid's like this, and my parents were very quick to say, "Look, you're part of the family. This is it. You're part of the family. We're all doing it. You're part of the family." And for me, it was just like, but I wouldn't do this. Like, this is no.
So individualistic.
Yeah, I am very. I'm an only child who's been given a lot of free
Maybe it'll
reign.
be different when you have like siblings too, where it's like it's not just me being forced to do this; it's all of us. And you and I, we can cause trouble to them because they made us be here.
And I do think that would be, that's, as an only child, I can't understand that, but having seen it, it does look kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, it does look kind of neat when you have the siblings who, it was actually at your sister's graduation, I guess. There was I don't know if you recall this, it was a very intimate affair. We actually got to see it several buildings down the way on a very large screen. But there was this family of like four kiddos. None of these kids gave a rat's ass as to what was happening on this huge screen. They just didn't
They
care.
were playing with each other.
They were playing.
But you know, sometimes even though you're entertaining yourself with your other siblings, you do care what's going on. You care enough to see it for a second, and then you know.
Maybe.
You want to be there. Like.
Oh, you do want to be there. Maybe.
Maybe. Right. Maybe. I mean, I don't know these kids, but like.
Right. They were content. They had Game
Boys.
Boys.
Like when my sister and I went to my brother's graduation. It was one of those. Of course, given we're older, but it was one of those where like my sister and I are cracking up at our own jokes, but we do want to be there. And then when my brother walked by, we wave and whistle and yell. And then we don't care about everyone else, and so we entertain ourselves the rest of the 3 hours.
Right.
And so.
As an only child, I've done that too. But I guess because I don't have immediate siblings, I kind of have seen all of us as siblings. And this is actually in retrospect because for many years I didn't associate myself with the lowly humankind. Arrogant ass. I've told you about it. But the thing is, in reality, looking back, what I was doing is actually looking at the behavior of all my brothers and sisters because I was fascinated by their behavior. We weren't interacting as such, but I did find it fascinating to just kind of see how people behave in these kinds of settings because, people do get different things out of the same thing.
Yeah.
So I probably would have been the guy behind you guys looking at you, talking to your sister, and then waving to your brother.
Right. What is it?
Just to leave.
Oh, you're scaring me.
Well, no, I just wanted to be sure.
Hey, I kind of have to pee.
You have to pee?
Yeah.
I think you should do it.
Should I just right next to the phone?
Yeah, just go ahead and... I'll hold that if not. Yeah, I'll pee after you.
I don't know where.
Yeah, just be careful.
Get out of camera's view. To get out of your view. Look at what he does. Sticks me out in the middle of the woods. No toilet. No, really. Maybe I'll go that direction. That looks flatter.
Okay, just be careful.
That's wet.
I'm not laughing at her.
You are too.
I'm laughing very near her.
Arrogant ass part.
This is not. No. I'll be in these.
I'm just laughing at you now. Calling yourself an arrogant ass.
Be careful, baby, and keep in mind I do have a camera.
Just take pictures of me.
Well, I'm just saying.
So you can just keep talking to them.
Yeah, I will. She's a cool cat. I really like this woman. She, it's very nice of her to come out here and speak with us because she is generally not quite as talkative as I. Few people are, as you'll note, but she really does put up with me. One of my goals, and I'm not doing particularly well at this point, but one of my goals is to simplify my ideas, or rather, see, I'm already having problems. The idea is to take a complex idea and simplify it on a verbal tip. So I would like to explain things perhaps more I just like to be more to the point, and it's something that I'm not looking, and I can't really see, except I can see, but I won't. Well, but anyway, I'm not looking. But she's doing very well, and I just want to say that for those of you out there who are newlywed or have boyfriends or girlfriends who are very different, this is an individual who's really, she's made a very serious point of greening and bearing it, but also kind of working with it. So I really feel privileged that she's coming out here and doing this, and I hope you do too. She's a real cool cat. I'm actually gonna take turns. She's gonna, well, maybe I can sit here for a while. It's kind of odd. Now that she's gone, I kind of feel on the spot, which is odd because I do this all the time. And I'm kind of at a loss. Do you like the new spot? I like the new spot. You'll note that there's some wildlife somewhere. We're not sure where, but it does rustle and it does bustle. The water, I think, is gorgeous, but, it does make you pee. One time, this very water bottle, we were walking out, my wife and I and a friend, we were walking through one of the more pedestrian parts of the park, and she was, she really had to urinate, and she handed this off. And she told the person to whom she handed this, careful, it'll make you pee. But she said it in all seriousness. Cracked me up. The other one, and before she gets her, I'll say so. One of the funniest things that she did early in our relationship, rather unintentionally, was I wasn't in the room at first. It was the kitchen. She was looking up at the ceiling and she says, "Oh my gosh, this can't be happening. And I said, "What's going on? And apparently it was a what was it, a cockroach or a mosquito? Yeah, a mosquito. This can't be happening. Hilarity ensued.
I said this is not happening.
You what?
I was asserting this is not happening.
She was asserting.
Saying
This is not happening.
whole mosquito thing.
But-
Not gonna happen.